Mr. Chairman, Mr. Ranking Member, and members of the committee, thank you for the opportunity to testify today. My name is Charles Stimson. I'm a senior legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation, but I am testifying in my own behalf and not that the Heritage Foundation, the Navy, or the Department of Defense or any other organization. Although my views do reflect my 29 years in uniform as a defense counsel, prosecutor, and military judge, as an assistant U.S. attorney, and my time at the Pentagon as the head of detainee policy during the Bush administration. Let me say what a privilege it is to be testifying with each of the panelists here today, each of whom I hold in the highest esteem, especially my friend John Baker, who has given 32 years of distinguished service to this country and whose written testimony I would like to associate myself with. I'd like to make 5 quick points. First, the United States remains in a state of armed conflict, and as such, we are entitled under domestic and international law to detain opposing enemy forces for the duration of the hostilities, including the terrorists currently at Guantanamo Bay. This is the first war in history, as we celebrate the 80th anniversary of the bombing of Pearl Harbor, where we've let the enemy go during the war. And because of the hard work by the Bush and Obama administrations, we know who each of the 39 detainees are, the threat that they pose, and the risk that they would that we would need to accept if we decided to transfer any more of them before the conflict ends. Second, since at least 2005, the detention facility at GITMO has been a safe, secure, and humane detention facility for law of war detainees and in compliance with the Common Article 3 to the Geneva Conventions. That's not my opinion. That's the opinion and findings of both the Bush and Obama administrations. In fact, after the deputy head of the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, Alain Grenard, visited Guantanamo in 2006, he told a newspaper in Belgium the following, quote, "At the level of the detention facilities, it is a model prison where people are better treated than in Belgian prisons," unquote. Now, there was, as is well documented, detainee mistreatment when the facility was first opened. That was inexcusable, it was unacceptable, and not consistent with our values as Americans. But since then, detainee care and treatment has been improved, and since President Bush's second term and beyond, detainee care and treatment, including medical and dental care, nutrition, and the like, have far exceeded that required by law. Third, the President has wide discretion as the Commander-in-Chief to decide where to detain opposing enemy forces, how long to detain them, and whether and when to release or transfer them during an ongoing armed conflict. It's ironic on this 80th anniversary of the attacks of Pearl Harbor that we are debating the location of where to keep enemies of the United States, or whether we should even consider detaining them during an ongoing armed conflict. 21% of the detainees transferred during the Bush administration are confirmed to have re-engaged in terrorist activity, according to the DNI. Fourth, the debate over closing Guantanamo has been overtly political. The year 2009 was the most opportune time for an administration to close Guantanamo. President Obama won the White House, promising to close GITMO. Democrats held a 57-41 majority in the United States Senate. Similarly, in the House of Representatives, the Democrats enjoyed a 257-178 advantage. If the president needed any legislation to close Guantanamo, which is debatable, or simply the political backing of the majorities of both houses of Congress, the stars were aligned for him to do so. But he failed in large part because some members of Congress failed to show the political courage of their own convictions, as I detailed in my written testimony. Finally, I conducted the first classified study of how to close GITMO back in 2006 when I ran detainee policy in the Bush administration. I was prepared to help close the facility then, if ordered to do so, and I would have supported its closure in a responsible way. And in fact, I spoke to the Obama Detainee Policy Task Force when they took office early on and advised them how to close it responsibly. And as I detailed in my written remarks, to close Guantanamo in a responsible manner, an administration must focus on the legal, logistical, political, and diplomatic challenges, as I detailed in my testimony, and then spend the political capital and show courage to get it done. Thank you, and I look forward to your questions.